You're probably trying to get rid of that stubborn belly fat, but nothing seems to work, right? Well, if that's the case, here's the top 5 foods to eat to lose belly fat. Food number 1 revolves around the concept of calorie density. For example, here's what 200 calories of strawberries looks like, along with 200 calories of oranges, watermelon, spinach, zucchini, mushrooms, broccoli, fat-free popcorn, carrots, green peas, boiled potatoes, shrimp, and lean chicken breast. Most fruits, vegetables, and low-fat foods are classified as low-calorie density foods. In contrast, here's what 200 calories of a higher calorie density food looks like. Granola, chocolate-covered pretzels, trail mix, muffins, ice cream, cheese, pork chops, ground beef, and peanut butter. These low-calorie density foods are highly effective because your body tends to hold on to belly fat. So, the only way to reduce it is by maintaining a calorie deficit for an extended period. In simple terms, you need to consume fewer calories, but there's a trick to it. Studies reveal that feeling full is more likely to stop someone from eating than the calorie content of the food itself. Research shows that people who eat lower calorie density foods tend to consume fewer calories overall but end up eating more food in volume. Think about it. You could eat 400 calories of double-stuffed Oreos and still feel hungry. Or you could eat 200 calories of strawberries and feel stuffed. This explains why high-calorie density foods are so easy to overeat. However, it doesn't mean you need to eliminate them entirely. Just reduce the amount you eat and replace them with more low to moderate calorie density options. For example, at breakfast, swap sugary granola for a whole grain cereal with fruit. Instead of 2 slices of toast, have one with a side of raspberries. Use skim milk or cashew milk in your coffee instead of whole milk or cream. At dinner, reduce your rice from 2 cups to 1 and add a cup of green peas or vegetables. For a snack, choose fat-free popcorn over trail mix or chips. For dessert, cut your regular ice cream serving in half and add some fruit. These simple adjustments to your diet will make it much easier to start shedding fat, especially when combined with the second food on our list. The type of food you eat determines how many calories your body burns just to digest it. Research indicates that for carbohydrates like rice and potatoes, your body uses around 5 to 10% of those calories for digestion. For fats such as butter, oils, and nuts, the percentage is much lower, between 0 to 3%. But for protein-rich foods like chicken or fish, your body burns a much higher amount, roughly 15 to 30% of the calories consumed. This phenomenon is called the thermic effect of food, which makes our next food, lean proteins, incredibly effective for fat loss. One study tested this by having participants live in a lab, so researchers could track how many calories they burn daily. One group followed a high-protein diet, while 2 other groups had low-protein diets. The high-protein group ended up burning about 70 more calories per day. Another study with a similar design found comparable results. While the extra calories burned from protein alone won't make a massive difference for fat loss, the benefits of eating enough protein go beyond just burning a few extra calories. Protein is essential for preserving muscle while you lose fat, and it can even help you build more muscle. This is key to achieving a better overall look once you lose enough fat, particularly belly fat. Plus, maintaining a high protein intake has been linked to preventing fat regain after dieting. However, not all protein sources are equal, especially when it comes to calorie density. Some protein-rich foods pack a lot more calories relative to the amount of protein they provide. High-fat proteins like ground beef, steak, pork chops, sausage, and eggs tends to deliver fewer grams of protein per calorie. On the other hand, lean proteins offer much more protein for fewer calories. Examples: egg whites, shrimp, protein powder, low-fat Greek yogurt, extra lean ground beef, chicken breast, turkey, tofu, and white fish. You don't need to cut out higher fat protein foods completely, but by focusing on leaner options, you'll naturally eat fewer calories, allowing you to include other foods you enjoy. For instance, instead of having 4 whole eggs with toast, you could opt for 2 whole eggs and some egg whites. leaving room to add peanut butter to your toast. Or instead of regular ground beef, you could choose extra lean ground beef and save enough calories to add cheese or enjoy a small dessert like dark chocolate. Choosing leaner proteins also provides another distinct advantage for fat loss, which ties into the third food on our list, omega-6 PUFA. Remember how I suggested limiting high-fat foods? While that's important, you still need about 20 to 30% of your daily calories from fats to stay healthy and keep your hormones balanced. However, the type of fat you eat is important, especially when it comes to the harmful fat around your organs, known as visceral fat, which is linked to serious health problems. 2012 study showed this clearly. They took 67 people with belly fat and put them on a 10-week diet to maintain their weight. All participants ate the same number of calories and similar amounts of protein, carbs, and fats. The only difference was the source of their fats. One group got their fats mainly from saturated fats like butter, while the other group had mostly omega-6 polyunsaturated fats or PUFAs from nuts and oils like sunflower oil. After 10 weeks, despite no big changes in their weight, the group eating saturated fats gained a lot of liver fat, which is worse for your health than belly fat. Meanwhile, the group eating omega-6 PUFAs lost a significant amount of liver fat, even though their weight stayed the same. Another study in 2014 had similar results. Healthy young people were put on a diet to gain weight. One group ate muffins high in saturated fats, while the other ate muffins high in omega-6 PUFAs. After 7 weeks, the group eating saturated fats gained much more liver fat, more visceral fat, and less lean muscle compared to the PUFA group. To avoid this harmful fat, try to cut down on saturated fats from foods like bacon, cheese, butter, cream, and fatty meats like pork and beef. Instead, eat more omega-6 PUFA-rich foods like nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils. Also include omega-3 PUFAs, which have extra health benefits from sources like salmon, tuna, and flax seeds. This brings us to the fourth food on our list. In the study with 300 overweight people, everyone started the same weight loss plan. The only difference was that one group had to drink an extra 24 ounces of water each day, while the other group drank the same amount but with sugar-free drinks like diet sodas. After a year, the sugar-free drink group lost a lot more weight and kept it off better. Why did this happen? The water group felt hungrier during their diet, while the sugar-free drink group did not. It's possible that not having sweet drinks made the water group crave sweets more, leading them to eat high-calorie treats like candy or chocolate. I've noticed this myself. Having sugar-free drinks on hand helps me resist cravings for sweets. If you usually drink sugary sodas, switching to diet sodas or other sugar-free drinks can save you hundreds of calories each day. I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below and if switching to sugar-free drinks has worked for you. While I've given you several good food choices for losing fat, I know not all of them might be to your taste. For example, zucchini is low in calories and egg whites are a healthy protein. But if you don't like them, don't force yourself to eat them. The key to sticking with your diet is to include your favorite foods. Meet Matt, who lost nearly 80 pounds by eating healthy foods he genuinely enjoys. For example, Matt loves mushrooms, so he includes them often in his meals. He also enjoys black beans and eggs, so he makes breakfast burritos 5 times a week. As for me, I'm a fan of wraps, burritos, and shawarma, so I prepare one almost every day. I use a low-calorie wrap or pita, load up on veggies, choose lean proteins, and add fats or calorie-dense condiments in moderation, based on what I've shared with you. So, pick a few of your favorite foods from each category we've discussed and include some of your favorite treats for occasional enjoyment. That's essentially how to set up your diet. It's really that simple. I'd also highly recommend giving this video a watch next to learn about what I believe is the most underrated exercise to lose belly fat and just lose fat in general.